Hey friends! So you may not feel like it's the most wonderful time of the year unless you're an accountant, but it's tax season. Yes, you got it, it's tax season. Are you getting stressed out already? Don't worry. I know it can feel overwhelming. You've got your business to run, which is already taking tons of your time. You have to try to figure out if your year end, what your year end is, what your taxes are, which tax is which, what do you have to file, when does it have to be filed, what if I make a mistake? It's okay. Take a breath. Don't worry. You've got this. I know it all seems super complicated and confusing, but there's things you can do and steps you can take to simplify your life this time of year. So you just kind of cruise on through tax season, easy peasy. I've been running my own business for the past 13 years. I've been down in the trenches, but I had an advantage. My first career was a CPA. For 15 years, I worked helping small, medium-sized businesses prepare financial statements, file their returns. The thing was, I knew that that just wasn't the right place for me. I moved around through a variety of industries. I got tons of knowledge that helped me run my own businesses, but corporate life was just not lighting me up. I was not feeling it. I was not fulfilled. So I walked away. I went back to school. Believe it or not, I became a registered massage therapist, yoga teacher, personal trainer, you name it. I was in healthcare, I was in body care, and it's super. I actually really love my job. It's been super fulfilling helping people get better, feel better physically, but at the same time, as much as I love it, I know I can do more. I've seen where my fellow therapists and my peers in healthcare struggle with their businesses, and I just know this is somewhere I can really help. So with the power of the internet, I'm going to share a series of videos over the next few weeks with things that will help make your year end a breeze. It's not going to stop there. I'm going to have regular videos ongoing every week, but I'm starting with tax season because this is where people really get stressed out, especially small businesses. It just feels overwhelming. So let's start this thing, all right? So number one, make sure you know your deadlines. This is super important and can save you money in the long run. Even if you make an honest error on a return that you filed on time and you have to go back and make a correction later, you won't pay penalties. You might have to pay a little bit of interest, but I'd rather pay a little bit of interest than interest and penalties, which tend to be larger. So also, just let me back up one little second here. So this specifically is for Canadian businesses. I'm in Canada. This is for Canadian businesses. And it's also for unincorporated businesses. So if you're incorporated, you've probably already got a really good accountant who has helped set you up with systems, procedures, going to guide you through their year end, probably doing a lot of the work for you. So you're probably covered. You're probably good. You might still find it interesting, informative, helpful, useful tidbits. But this specific topic today is going to be for unincorporated Canadian small businesses. So, filing deadlines. First question I have for you. Do you hire employees? Those are the kind you take deductions off of. You probably pay them every couple of weeks. You need to file for them a T4 return. That's an employment deduction return. And you have to have paid your withholdings to the government. If you have contractors, a lot of massage clinics have contractors. They're massage therapists that you've hired. You probably pay them on a split or something like that. They need something generally called a T4A. So these are two employment returns that need to be filed. They need to be filed by the end of February. And you need to make sure that you have covered all the payments for your employees that you take deductions off of by the end of February. You've probably been paying it going along, but you need to just reconcile it and make sure everything's covered. Now, since the end of February is a Saturday, you get the bonus. You get till March the 2nd to get those things filed. The sooner you file them, the better, because your employees will probably want them. Your contractors will be looking for them. They need those to do their own tax returns. But you do have until March the 2nd to get those filed. The second thing, are you registered for the HST? So the HST is a whole big gnarly topic on its own. I'm going to have a separate video on that. But just if you are collecting HST, the harmonized sales tax, we run into it everywhere. You go to the shop, you buy that favorite outfit, and you pay HST on it. So you have to file your return by June the 15th. But, huge but, you have to have paid the taxes that you owe by April the 30th. So don't make that mistake. Don't think that you have until the middle of June. You have the middle of June to file your return, but you have to have actually physically paid the government by April the 30th. And you don't want to pay those penalties and interest for late payments. If your annual HST that you owe the government is larger than $3,000, you've probably been paying installments anyway. Generally quarterly for small businesses. Like I said, I'll get into that nitty gritty of HST later, but just make sure you have those payments in by the 30th of April, and then you can file your return on the 15th of June. You can file your return earlier if you want. Go for it. I usually file mine quite early because I pay installments, and then I'm done. It's filed, it's done. They've got their money. Okay. So often when we're talking about taxes, there's this whole umbrella of taxes, but generally people think of what? Income taxes, right? What are the two things most certain in life? Death and taxes. Income taxes, pretty much everyone under the sun is going to have to pay income taxes at some point in their life. So this is now, we're talking physically income taxes, the taxes on the net outcome of your business. So similar to HST filing deadlines, you have until the 15th of June to file your return. But you have to have paid any taxes you owe by the 30th of April, right? So this deadlines, I just don't want you to get confused on when the government has to have their money in hand. You can take your time filing and telling them why you paid the money, but they need their money in hand by April the 30th. If you are an employee, I mean, most people's deadlines are April the 30th. It's just if you're self-employed, you get that extra little time to prepare your returns, but they still want your money on time, April the 30th. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take out a calendar. I still occasionally use a paper calendar. It just helps me sort out my thoughts. Take your calendar. Have noted down what returns do you have to file? When do the returns have to be filed? When do the payments have to be made? So have that on a list. Then you're going to look at your calendar. You're going to figure out, okay, here are when I have to file my payments. Mark down on your calendar. Mark down when you have to file your physical returns. Now, to make your payments, sometimes you have to actually have the return pretty much done, right? So then figure out, what do you need to have that information ready and able to report and file to the government? How much time is it going to take you to get that information? Maybe you've got it already done. Maybe it's finished and you just need to do the physical returns. That's cool. But if you don't have it ready, how much time do you need to get that information ready? Block off that time in your calendar and stick to it. If you do that and you stick to that schedule and you get that information done, then you will not be on your computer at 11:45, April 30th, cursing the internet for being so slow, because everyone is trying to file their returns at the last second. Give yourself a little leeway. Give yourself some time, right? So get that into your calendar. Now you know your deadlines. You know what you've got to do. You can block it off in your calendar and you can get it done. Getting it done will just take all that stress away from you. So deadlines, I know, they're just the first tip of the iceberg of what you need to know. I do have for you a handy dandy little guide with information of what you need to gather to prepare those returns. If you click the link, I'll send that to you. It's just a little document for you to take a look at, and it'll help make your year-end painless. And stay tuned, because there are more videos coming your way. If you're on YouTube, click the little subscribe button, and then you'll be notified when I release my weekly videos. If you're on Facebook, give my page a like, so then when I post the videos, you'll get notified that I'm online and that there's more information coming. Videos will be coming weekly to help you, not just for tax season, but to help you streamline and improve your businesses so you get to actually enjoy your life. So there you have it. Start now. Take control of your business so it doesn't take control of you. I'm Heather. My business is Prosperity Flow Coaching. I'm a business coach for health and fitness professionals. I am helping people who help people. I hope you found this super useful. If you did, give it a like, give it a click, give it a share, give it everything you want. And I can't wait to see you again soon. Take care. Have a great day.